Hey guys, back again with another video, a short one here, a type of video I haven't done in a long time actually. I feel like it's been like longer than a year, probably close to 2 years. I used to do these videos where I would pick, where you guys would vote on a game for me to review next. I kind of borrowed it a little bit from Leo's "you pick, I play" type idea. It's something I've always liked. I think it's a kind of a fun thing to do every once in a while. Um, Game of the year is fast approaching. There's a couple more games I want to finish, but there's nothing new that comes out until Resident Evil 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3 in late January. Extremely excited for both of those. And they're like one right after the other. It's going to be a crazy time there. But I figured I need something long to kind of last me until then. Like a nice long JRPG, like a classic JRPG that I haven't played yet. So I've picked out 4 games here, two physical games, and the other two are going to be digital. One of them I have to play through an emulator. We might as well start with that one. But basically, yeah, how this works, you guys just in the comments below vote on which game you want me to review next. The review might not come till like late January, but I'm definitely going to play whatever gets the most votes here. And yeah, the first game I guess we'll talk about here is Shadow Hearts on the PS2. Now, this game is getting quite expensive on the PS2. I don't have like a backwards compatible PS3 or a PS2 to play it. Well, actually, I think my roommate's got a PS2, so I could possibly play it if I had it physically, but I'm not paying the ridiculous prices for Shadow Hearts. But it's one of those series I've always wanted to play for the longest time. Apparently, the second game in particular is fantastic, and it's got like great humor to it. The first game is a little darker from what I've heard, but it's still got that judgment rig system, which I've always loved timing-based, turn-based combat systems, like Mario RPG, Paper Mario games, Lost Odyssey. Always loved that kind of battle system. Shadow Hearts has that. Apparently, Shadow Hearts has like an amazing atmosphere to it as well. Really memorable characters. So I'm going to be playing it on my PS2 emulator on my PC, which is actually pretty decent. The PS2 emulator, PSX2, I think it's called, it works really well. And the games look really nice. A lot of them. There's some visual glitches in some of the games sometimes. Dragon Quest 8, I noticed, had some of them. So hopefully Shadow Hearts runs okay. I think I tested it before. It seemed to work okay. So that's the way I'll be playing it. And yeah, it's just one of those RPGs I always wanted to play. So Shadow Hearts, that's the first choice we have here. The second choice is on Vita, and that's Tactics Ogre: Let Us Cling Together, kind of like the remake. Again, the game originally came out on like the Super Nintendo or the Super Famicom, I guess, since it never got a North American release. PSP version, although I'm playing it on the Vita, is apparently the way to go. It's apparently a pretty long game. But ever since finishing Final Fantasy Tactics, I've been craving another game like that with similar gameplay. And I mean, Tactics Ogre is the precursor to Final Fantasy Tactics. Some people even say Tactics Ogre is better. So I'm very curious to see how that's going to go. Now, I do know with the Ogre Battle games in general, it's very hard to get like the best ending your first playthrough. So I'm probably not going to worry about that too much. I'm just going to play the game, finish it, and then if I don't get to a good ending, I'll just watch it on YouTube because those games always have those like karma systems that like are in the background. It's very hard to manipulate them, and it's very hard to know even what to do to manipulate them, which I've never really been a huge fan of. But it's still, as far as like the gameplay goes, it's something I've always wanted to play. And I don't know, I just am craving another strategy RPG like that. And yeah, I've had it on my Vita for so long, I just haven't touched it yet. So second choice, Tactics Ogre on the Vita/PSP. And then the next two are PSP games as well, actually. We've got Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core here. I don't know, and this is probably, I've finished all the mainline Final Fantasy games at this point, but as far as like the spin-offs go, this seems to be widely considered the best one. A lot of people really love this game. Apparently it's not too long. I could probably get it done fairly quickly. I think it's like supposed to be like 25, 30 hours or something like that. I'll be honest, I don't actually know a whole lot about this game. I don't know what the battle system's like. I don't know how exactly it connects with Final Fantasy VII other than the fact that you play as Zack in this one. I don't know. When it came out, I just ignored it for some reason. Although I think I sold my PSP by the time this actually came out. I sold my PSP, like I got the PSP on launch day, and I sold it like right before it started to get like amazing games, unfortunately. But yeah, I finally ended up getting a PSP for myself again not that long ago, as I'm sure some of you guys know. And this was the game. This was one of those games I knew I had to pick up. And yeah, I've always been kind of fascinated by it, especially with the praise that it's gotten over the years. So the third choice, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core on PSP here. And then finally, the last choice here is Valkyrie Profile on PSP. Uh, I've heard like that this is probably the weakest version of the game to play, even though it's kind of a remaster and adds some extra content. Uh, but the PS1 version, I'm not spending fucking $200 on that. And it's not on the It's not on the PlayStation Network. Square Enix is really bad with certain games. Even this is not on like the Vita PlayStation Network. So it's the only way I can really play this. My PS1 emulator is kind of shitty. I don't know why. I've spent like all this time trying to fix it, and it like the games look really bad on it, and then the resolution is like all fucked. I don't know. I need to like spend time trying to fix my PS1 emulator, but yeah, this is definitely the way I need to play it. And I don't know. People let me know. Is it really that much worse than the PS1 version? I don't know. I feel like it can't be that much worse considering it's just a remaster, but. This game I've been wanting to play for years. Of course, the price has kept me from doing so. The battle system, it looks super unique. Apparently, it's got like a very tragic storyline to this. The soundtrack is apparently fantastic. This was back when Tri-Ace was like on fire. Like they were just making utterly fantastic games. And yeah, it's always fascinated me. This game, it's always one of those games that's like been so expensive and so highly praised for so long that I was like, fuck, one of these days I gotta play that game. The art looks so good too. It's got the classic PS1 2D art to it. Like the sprites look absolutely beautiful in this game. So yeah, pretty excited to actually play this, and that's going to be the final choice of the four. So yeah, vote in the comments below which you'd like me to review and what you thought of the games at all, if you played any of these. Which one is your favorite out of these four? But I imagine in like a week or 2 weeks time, I'll tally the votes and then kind of do a video saying which game has won. But anyways, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.